Dear Global Pi Pioneer family, hello everyone, I am Chung Diao Fan. Today is March of 2026. Recently, whether in cafes in Silicon Valley or on major tech forums, I frequently hear an acronym made of English letters DePIN. Its full name is Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. Many pioneers ask me in the community, Dr. Fan, this term sounds so advanced and complex. What exactly is it? Is it just another new concept for hype in the cryptocurrency circle? And what role does our Pi network play in the so-called DePIN wave? Today, I want to ask everyone to temporarily forget those obscure technical white papers. I want to use the perspective of an anthropologist and social computing scientist, using the most grounded language, to chat with you about this topic. Because when you truly understand what DePIN is, you will suddenly realize that what our Pi network has been silently doing for these 7 years is so great. First, let us talk about what decentralized physical infrastructure is. To understand this concept, we must first look at how this old world we are in operates. Over the past few decades, if we wanted to make a phone call or surf the internet, we had to rely on huge telecom operators who built signal towers across the country. If we wanted to store photos and data, we had to rely on Amazon, Google, or Apple, who built massive data centers deep in the mountains and forests. If we wanted to train AI, we had to rely on those tech giants who own tens of thousands of top-tier graphics cards. This model is sociologically called top-down, centralized procurement and construction. What are its disadvantages? First, it is extremely expensive. Second, it forms a terrifying monopoly. When these giants control the infrastructure, it is equivalent to controlling the switch of our digital lives. They can raise prices at any time, block your account at any time, and even recklessly use your privacy data to make money for themselves. So, what is DePIN? In plain English, it is a bottom-up infrastructure people. It's war. It is actually the ultimate upgraded version of the sharing economy in the Web3 era. We no longer need tech giants to build those expensive data centers. Why? Because in the homes of every ordinary person like us, there are idle resources. In your computer, as hard drive, are there still hundreds of gigabytes of empty space? For your home Wi-Fi router, is half of its bandwidth completely unused? For your desktop computer, when you sleep, are its CPU and graphics card going to waste? The core logic of DePIN is to connect these idle, scattered physical resources of millions of ordinary people worldwide through blockchain technology, gathering sand to form a tower. You contribute your hard drive, your bandwidth, your computing power, and the blockchain smart contracts will automatically and transparently issue tokens to you as a reward. One ant cannot move an elephant, but if 10 million ants worldwide unite, we can form a global supercomputer that is larger than Amazon S Cloud, more resilient than Google S servers, and can never be shut down by a single institution. This is decentralized physical infrastructure. It is not just a technological advancement, it is a democratization movement that takes back power and wealth from the hands of giants and returns it to the general public. Speaking of this, everyone might excitedly ask, Dr. Fan, since this track is so hot, what has Pi Network done for it? Are we falling behind? Dear family, this is exactly why I sit here today, feeling incredibly proud. When other projects are still chasing this trend, spending money everywhere on advertising, and begging users to buy their expensive hardware devices, our Pi network had already quietly laid this world. As largest DePIN network in every corner of this earth 4 years ago. We are not only not falling behind, we are the absolute pioneer, an invisible overlord in this field. What has Pi network done for this? We did something that seemed the clumsiest, yet is the hardest to surpass. Please recall the Pi node we have always encouraged everyone to run on their computers. Currently, Pi network has over 420,000 active nodes. What kind of concept is this? This means we possess the computing power of over 1 million CPUs, distributed in bedrooms and study rooms, across over 200 countries globally. In the past, everyone thought running this node was just to maintain the security of Pi S Ledger, just for bookkeeping. But in fact, Pi S Ledger uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which is very lightweight and simply cannot use up the computing power of these 420,000 computers. These massive idle computing power pools are the nuclear weapons we prepared for the DePIN era. Just recently, we published a case study that shocked the industry. Using Pi network nodes, in collaboration with a robotics startup named OpenMind, we successfully conducted decentralized AI image recognition training for them. We broke down the massive task of AI training into countless tiny fragments and sent them to the volunteer nodes participating in the test. Your computers silently calculated in the background, and in just a few seconds, sent accurate results back to the laboratory. What does this prove? This proves that Pi nodes are fully capable of handling external, real-world computing tasks. In the future, those movie companies that need massive computing power for 3D rendering, those AI companies that need to train large models, they will no longer need to pay high cloud service fees to Amazon. They can hand the tasks over to the Pi network. And you, those node operators who keep your computers on day and night, will receive double benefits. You will not only get consensus rewards for maintaining the blockchain, but also get cryptocurrency, rent paid by third-party enterprises. This is Pi network, DePIN practice in the field of computing power. But, dear family, if it is just sharing machine computing power, what is the essential difference between us and projects like Render or Filecoin? This is the ultimate moat of Pi network that I want to emphasize, the most unique and uncopyable one. We not only connected machines, but we also connected people. In today's rapid advancement of AI, all tech companies are facing a fatal problem: data pollution. There is more and more machine-generated data, and AI needs real human feedback to correct its mistakes. This is academically called reinforcement learning from human feedback. Other DePIN projects only have cold hardware. They cannot prove whether there is a person or a script behind the computer. But what does Pi network have? We have 19 million real humans who have passed strict KYC verification. In our network, there is not only machine computing power running, but also the wisdom of real humans participating. In the future, our pioneers can choose to participate in the labeling and training of AI models. Machines handle massive calculations, while you are responsible for telling AI what morality is, what aesthetics is, and what common sense is. Then, through PI's blockchain, you get the compensation you deserve. This is the ultimate form of perfectly integrating physical infrastructure with human social wisdom. We are not only sharing hard drives and bandwidth, we are sharing human authenticity. This is a miracle that no pure hardware network can achieve. So, dear pioneers, when we talk about DePIN, please throw your chest out. We did not issue expensive specialized mining machines to harvest users. We just let everyone use their existing home computers. We did not let consortiums monopolize this feast. We distributed the opportunity fairly to every ordinary person willing to light up the lightning bolt. We are moving from a top-down era of tech oligarchs to a bottom-up era of civilian collaboration. Look at that computer on your desk running a node. It is no longer just an ordinary home appliance. It is your admission ticket to participate in the global computing power revolution. And it is your weapon against tech hegemony. This is the ambition of Pi network. And this is our unshakable confidence over these 7 years. We not only want to be the most popular currency in the world, but we also want to be the most solid infrastructure supporting future digital civilization. Please keep your nodes online, and please continue to believe in the future we are building. Because this time, the switch of the world is in our own hands. Thank you, everyone.